And welcome to the Tonypandy Track Classic. We are live on Instagram. We've just had the B5000 meter race, and you're joining us just in time for the ladies 1000 to start over at the 1K start there. I'm Tom Baird, and I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Connor McCann. You may recognise Connor's voice from Phoebe Gill's outstanding breakthrough run at the Belfast Irish Milers meet. Yeah, Connor, all yours.
Evening, guys. Yeah, happy to be here. Have a great meet you put on, Tom, and the team. We're just getting started here with the women's 1000 elite race. Got 4 athletes in the race, and we're just about to get them started just across the track there. We'll maybe get a clock on it as well. So it's a great evening here up in the King George track, and we're just about to get started. Must be happy with the work you put in, Tom.
Yeah, it's just great to see an event kicking off at Tonypandy here. We many of us train here with James C and the Team C training group. We've also got Piers Copeland trains here. Many groups across South Wales come up here. So as you can see on the stream here, it's a stunning track. You're missing the backdrop behind, but I'm sure you'll see the photos later when we get them up and running. So it's just great to get an evening of pure racing, 5,000s, 1,000s, and just quality athletes turning out.
You're totally right. And in this 1,000 meter race, we've got 4 athletes there, just coming up to the 200 meter mark. So we got number 17, that's Georgina Langdon. And number 19, Kirsty Booth. And number 30, Darcy Bass. So well represented there from all around South Wales and England. And we're just panning across to the far side of the track. As we say, Georgina Langdon running well over 800 metres this year. Under 17 athlete, I think she's ranked 9th in the UK with 2:09, which is a great time there for 800 metres as an under 17-year-old athlete. So interesting to see how she gets on just with that extra 200 metres. And the pacemaker today, Tom?
So our pacemaker for the women's 1000 is Molly Butterworth. Molly trains, well, again, she trains down at Cardiff Met regularly and quite a lot up here in Tonypandy. So it's great to get some locally based athletes pacing. We're really blessed with great athletes down here in Cardiff.
Right. So that's coming up on 600 there. Just coming through with a bell to go in 1:48.
Let's go, girls. That's good. Let's go.
It's Georgina Langdon in the lead there. She's taking it into the lead with a back stretch, but it's Darcy Bass just sitting on her shoulder there with 300 to go. It's still all to play for there. They just come into the sun there. But it's still Georgina Langdon holding on to the lead as they kick it down. But isn't Georgina just slightly getting a bit of a gap there? Putting the burners on with 150 to go, just slightly going out of shot there, just with the coffee stands and the Pizza Hut. But she'll come around the bend here with 100 metres to go in the lead. Looks like she's creating over 5-10 metres gap. Looking very, very strong there. Just ticking over to 240 with 100 metres to go. Can she go sub 3? So moving really well there, pumping the arms. We've got 50 metres to go. That's 251, 252, 53, 54, 55. Great running from Georgina there. That's great running. And it was the Taunton athlete, number 19, in second. That's Kirsty Booth, who's a well-known Masters athlete. Who's got many British and world Masters records to her name. So the youth taking the win there today. It's a great run from Georgina. Good to have these athletes supporting the meets from Reading and Taunton. So great first meet there great first race there on the live stream, which is being held together just by myself at the minute while Tom is taking some photos on the left hand side of the screen there, as you can see. So if you're on the stream, drop a wee comment or a wave. Nice to know if you're listening. But yeah, Tom, a great meet so far. Just to say wee thanks to yourselves putting on a meet in South Wales, which is very heavily needed and appreciative of a lot of South Wales and greater community athletes.
Yeah, thanks, Connor. It's I mean, between myself and James Hennigan, we sort of probably pushed the socials more, but James Thee, who you'll recognise the voice, you'll recognise the name, and Ewan Cooney actually with Welsh Athletics he's done a lot of the donkey work here. So I mean, it's thanks to Welsh Athletics who have given us photo finish, given us all the gazebos you can see as well. Thanks to Sports Shoes who have helped us out a little bit as well, and Olympic Sports Scholarships who I've helped provide some of the prize money.
Definitely, it takes a team really to put on a meet like this, and from this is really a basic track at its best, but to see it hosting an official athletics meet is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, exactly that, Connor. It's we like to think of this as a local South Wales Valleys meet put on by local athletes. Um, as you say, it's a beautiful track. It's actually run and maintained by Rhondda Cunnintaff Council. So I mean, there's not many council facilities or top of the range athletics track, and I mean it's thanks to them for keeping such a great facility. As Steve keeps mentioning here on the stadium commentary, it was 2020 that this stadium, which has been cinders, got relayed as a tartan track. And since then, it
was put to good use during that lockdown with some.
There was a lot of cracking
infamous
time trials, which I'm sure you'll get into as we get into some of these elite races.
Yep.
A lot of training went on up here because it was easy to get into. Probably some of it, I think people, the locals, might not have been too happy with it, but you can come up here during the week and you've every person under the sun is running around the track, and it's just great that a council has put and provided such great facilities.
Speaking of running around the track, we're gearing up for the elite men's A race, which the announcer just being mentioned is Ben Claridge going to be leading the guys out. But one of the main guys to watch here is Piers Copeland, another South Wales athlete, runs for the local club Pontypridd Rodents, and is actually your British indoor champion over 1500 metres this year. And he is looking like making an attempt on going for the Welsh 1,000 metre record, which is currently sat at 2:17. Piers' PB is 2:19, so we'll see if he can get in the mix. But he won't be alone in this. There'll be a few younger lads. We've got Thomas Loynes, Ewan Taylor, Cian Lean, Oisin Nallingham. Just a note on him. He's trying to go for the world age best at age 15. So that's 2:25. So just 2:25, 2:17. Those are the kind of times we're looking out for. But it should be good to see Piers mix it up with some of the local guys again. We've got Connor Hood, another Pontypridd athlete, and Ted Enser getting in the mix. So we're just getting ready to kick off there across the track. So 2:17, just to get that, break that down, that's 3:40 mile pace. We'll be looking at 54 seconds for the lap. So they're just going to get ready to start here. If you can see them just across the track, we'll pan them across as they come around the corner. That's them off. So 54 lap, which is 27 at 200 here. So we'll try and get it around here. So that's James Thee, the world-renowned commentator and announcer on the infield mic. And it's Ben Claridge just leading through the first 200 there. And Ben Claridge looking smooth, 26. That's it, Ben. We got the young lads coming through. It's a hot pace already. You can see them all strung out. Connor Hood just at the back, round them up. And it's Piers hot on the pace there, with Claridge just tucking him in. Just move it around to the back stretch. So hoping to get Piers coming up at 400 to go. Looking to come through in around 54 seconds. Looks like a pretty bang on pace. Even a tad quick, 52, 53. So they're right on him. The boys are hungry to get after this today. That's Ben Clyde still leading them through. And it's the Welsh junior athlete just behind him. So As you can hear, 206. Moving well here. Ben Clyde's still hanging on. We're going to come up to a lap to go.
Let's go, Piers!
Piers just hanging there.
Let's go, Jack! Let's go, Oscar! Let's go, boys!
Just on the back stretch, Piers Copeland still there as Ben Clyde just drops out. Ben Clyde solo now down the back stretch, trying to get after this. Piers moving through the gears. As you can hear the crowd there. There's good attendance here today.
27 seconds.
He's right on it.
Let's go, Piers, go for it.
25 second last 200. So he's right in the mix.
Bobby's coach will be going mad on the side. Let's go. Let's cheer him home.
And Piers just coming along. There's 100 metres to go.
Olympic sports scholarship sponsor event here.
As Piers solo down the.
Let's go, Piers!
It's 50 metres to go. Can he do it?
One
Still looking at 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, it's going to be close. Going to be close. I think it was 2:18 the stadium answer. It's just the St Alban athlete getting up for second there. That was Ossian Nallingham. So we'll see what he ran there. Some great running there, guys.
Cracking work, mate.
I think he was just outside it there. We'll maybe see if we can grab an official time from them. But pretty exciting. Yeah, it's superb. Really good to see an athlete of that caliber performing there in the flesh. Looked really smooth there with 300 to go.
Wonder if we grab Piers for a quick word here.
Tom's going to go roaming with a mic.
Piers, a quick word for the live stream.
There's live. Just slightly getting the speed tip. Take it away there, Tom.
Piers, that was some run. How do you feel?
Knackered now. Ben did a great job pacing. Tim through spot on through 600. Felt good to 8. I just tied up a bit too much in the last 100 to get the world record, but overall pretty pleased with it. Felt like I ran the best race I could.
Yeah, 2:18.5 PB.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you ran 1:48 last week, so to run 2:18, you must be pretty happy.
Yeah, I felt better today. Backing up the 800 on Saturday with a good K today, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Would obviously like to got the record, but
yeah,
not
we're
quite
close. Well, it's an invite for next year, isn't it, for any athletes to come and join us and help Piers get under it.
Yeah,
just a word for the atmosphere, Piers.
Oh, it's been class, especially around this bend coming to home straight when you really need it. The support was excellent.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Brilliant. And nice to get a race on a home track.
Yeah. We've always been wanting to race here for years, and great team managed to finally put one on, which is excellent.
Right, Piers, we'll let you go and get anything out of your system needs to go out of the system.
Yeah.
Thanks for speaking to us.
Cheers.
Good work.
Thank you.
Good job. 2:18 official time there, Tom. Just not quite getting the record.
Not quite there, but I tell you what, some run, wasn't it?
Superb.
And to get after it, more or less solo.
Yeah.
Ben Claridge, Ben Claridge is probably one of the best pacers in the UK, if not across Europe.
Definitely.
So we've been very fortunate to have him.
I'm waiting for him to get his Diamond League call up.
Oh, it's a matter of time. I think I've seen on Instagram Cam Chalmers has called for it to happen in the past. So hopefully we get Ben on that sort of job soon.
Sounds good. Just gearing up for the men's 5,000. You paced the B race there. Do you have any just the winner for that men's B race? Hayward.
Yeah, Gregory Hayward. Class run. I paced it through the 3K in 9:01. So
Looked good too.
Wow, I was struggling, but he was right on my shoulder the whole time, and pushing me on really. So it was. Sorry, you might have heard a bit of interference. I was playing about there, but yeah, he dug in well. He had 2K solo, and he dug in and got it done. You can't say a lot more, can you?
Too right. And just on quickly on that 1,000 race, that's Austin Langham. Will he be close to that world age best at age 15?
Um,
It was
I'm not sure.
225 he was looking for.
225. It was 225.7. I think he was looking for.
He wasn't too far off. He really went after. He
I mean,
wasn't too
yeah.
far off Bears really to do the
There's
400.
he would have been close. Jack Organ was looking at Welsh under 20 record as well. So we'll have to see how those results come and see. Yeah, yeah, how that works out. But I mean, well, we've had how many lads were in it? 8 or 10? 8
Yep.
lads, and they've all really nailed a 1K there.
So just keep an eye on the full results posted on Open Track.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on them
live
here, but you at home can keep an eye on them for us as well, and maybe you can let us know in the comments if we haven't quite caught up yet with the live results.
Cool. So just gearing up for the final race of the evening, which is the men's A 5,000. So we've got 12 and a half laps coming up. Pretty good field here. Lots of good athletes have run well throughout their season. Still carrying it on here up to the Tonypandy Classic, which is great to see. So we can maybe just get a quick run through of the field once they get going. But so far, a great meeting so far. I think we had 3 B, C, and D 5,000s, and we had a few junior races, which were quite exciting to begin with. So this is the first of the Tonypandy Classic, and hopefully it'll be a regular in the calendar here in South Wales, which will be great to see because there is a need for races here, which is always great to have an abundance of. So yeah, just thanks again to the guys putting it on, and then for everyone else who's helped out on the athletic club and Welsh Athletics. So not long to go till we go for this 5,000. So a few of the guys in this meet, we've got some Jake Smith and Daffy Jones. They've both went under 14 minutes already this year. So if they can replicate that today, it'd be spectacular. There are a few guys kind of in the 14:20 range to 14:30. Again, hoping to capitalize on their races earlier in the season. So seeing if they can back those up. But yeah, 5,000 meters on the track, definitely not an easy event at all. And as you can see, they are just getting ready to start. So last event of the program, and we'll quickly run through. So we've got Archie Coates from Southampton. He's PB'd over every distance this year. After not racing much in 2023, so great to see him coming back. And he's actually ran 14:27 over 5,000 there in the past 2 weeks. I'm hoping to go something similar again today. I think we can see there Adam Boyden just across the track shaking out. His PB actually dates back to 2008, where he ran 13:50, which was actually one of the fastest in the fields. But he's more looking at triathlons and marathons. He actually raced in Belfast Marathon, which I don't know if you can tell is where I'm from. So pretty cool that he went over to Belfast and raced. He was actually joined by Dan Nash, who also did the Belfast Marathon, and I think Dan was 4th in that marathon. Adam's further down the field in 9th, but good to see the boys getting over racing there, and now they're here. So definitely a small world in the athletics community. Then we're looking at, as I say, Adam Boyden. Then we've got a few athletes kind of making the trip from Cornwall. We've got Joshua Rowe. He's also ran a PB this season, 14:37. So a lot of athletes in good form, and they've acknowledged that this meet is a meet to, again, PB or run close to that as they have done earlier in the year. Similar to that, we've got Richard Slade coming from Chiltern, so it's good to have him in the mix. As you can see, next up, you might even be able to spot his shorts from across the track. It's Adam Mead, always likes to sport some interesting kit. So Adam, it's his first ever 5,000, so it's interesting to see how he goes, but he's running really well over 800 and 1,500, so it'd be great to see if he can get in the mix here over 5,000. So as you can see, the starter is just got his hand in the air, just checking with the organisers across the field. I will try get a clock on as well so that we have an idea of time. But that's it, they're just taking the line. So 12 and a half laps. I'll just get the clock started as well. And they're off. So again, we're looking for something around 14 minutes if we can. which was pretty nifty operating, but we've got the man at the front there, James Hennigan, to take them hopefully around the 3K mark. He's been running well and has also went sub 14 this year in Paris, so he can definitely get them in the mix. I think maybe Ben Clouds is back again to help them pace out, but slotting just behind James is Daffy Jones, a Swansea Harrier, based in Cardiff at the minute while he completes his studies at Cardiff University. He is in great form after a PB there in Wimbledon, which is actually a facility record. We're wondering, can he get the facility record here up in the King George V track, which looks like he's keen to do. So I think he ran 13:52 last week, just in second, followed closely by Jake Smith. Just on Jake Smith in terms of Instagram lives, I think if you remember back to 2020, Jake Smith and a few of his pals time trialed a 10K on the track here, where Jake ended up running 28 minutes flat, which is arguably one of my favourite pieces of running content on the internet. If you can find it on Instagram, it's worth a watch, all 28 minutes. It was a pretty spectacular feat. It's just looking like it might be these two lads separating from the field a little bit, as they are maybe slightly in better form than the rest of the guys. They're maybe in the sub 14 battle, and then you've got the guys kind of in the 14:20 to 14:20 to 14:30 race. But as you can see, just behind Claridge there is James McCrae. James McCrae fueled on Tom Baird's chili from last night. Had a quick phone call with the boys, and they were digging into some homemade chili. Isn't that right, Tom? You had Tom McCrazy with some chili last night.
Yeah, McCrazy was over for a bit of chili, staying over at mine, and well, we'll see how he rates the hotel. He was
comes back to bite him.
He was discussing last night whether he would just drive straight back to Lincoln or whether he would stay in mine tonight. So we'll see how that ends up.
Good.
Good race we got here, Connor. Dav and Jake, good to see them both getting after the pace here. That's James Hennigan at the front as well. You might know him as he's won a few Bucks medals. He's got 1 GB vest on the cross country in the relay. Pontypridd's rodent, more importantly. Jake Smith, Ponty rodent as well.
Come on, Jake, let's go!
So he's facing that first group about 14 minutes. 13:45.
2:53 there for the last athlete there, Luke Hamley at the bell.
2:53 for the back group. That's about spot on. They're looking at 14:10 pace. So considering the first 200, they get a bit excited.
A little bit.
2:53 is probably spot on.
15:13. Could be in for a smash. It keeps this pace up. As you can see, athletes fully strung out there down the back stretch, which is really what you want for a good, honest 5,000 metre. No messing around, just lock into the pace and see what you can do. Got Callum Campion just warming down on the outside here. Good PB from him. So, get a few notes on a few of the other athletes. Got a good representation from the Western Tempo athletes there, 3 of them in the meet. Starting off with Jack Bancroft, Dominic James, and Charlie Jones. So good to have those 3 athletes there. There's a smaller group there.
Let's go, lads.
I don't know if you can hear in the background, but Ben Clouds' cast are on fire. That's how does the song go? I keep thinking it's is it Will Griggs? Yeah, but I keep thinking it's Nick Griggs.
That's the Northern Irishman coming out new there, Connor.
Well, I don't know about that, but
well, who knows? We'll maybe see Nick here next year.
Could do. How you doing? It's on the stream.
Ben, this has been a good evening's work for you. You've had good pacing job in the 1K, and you took the A race through there as well. And what, about 14:10 pace?
I think it was bang on, yeah.
That's good, lads.
I was hoping to go a bit further, but I don't think I factored in the 8-minute recovery after the K.
Yeah, it's probably not ideal on a, what, 700?
Yeah, 700. 8 minutes. I thought my calf was going to pop after one lap, but I thought we'll keep going, and got hard pretty quick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've only been stepping up in this past year, Ben, so yeah, to already be even considering doing this, I don't think you even would have been a thought last year.
It's a miracle for everyone, isn't it? To even be, yeah. I don't know what's going through my head recently, but yeah, pacing a 5K, running to 701K. Yeah, I've lost it, haven't I? But it's all good. It's good fun. Good event. Look at this.
Yeah, a bit of a word for the atmosphere.
Oh, electric. Make sure you get yourself here next year.
There you have it, folks. That's Ben Claridge. The name speaks for itself, really. Quality athlete. Here, they're coming back through.
James doing well on the pace in there. That's 6 minutes. 6:10. So just a group of the Western Tempo athletes. That's number 80.
Well done, Dom. Keep it going. Well done. Come on, Charlie.
A lot of the athletes strung out there, moving well. Becoming slightly detached there, but still going through the field well. It's be a good battle here just across the field between Daft Jones and Jake Smith. Interestingly, that Jake is not the one in the front, but I'm sure he will be keen to press the pace once the pacemaker drops out. So, coming up with 6 laps to run. James Hennigan still leading them through, doing a good job. And Dafford and Jake sticking right on him.
Come on, guys. Keep it going. Come on, let's go.
Good job, lads, moving through well. Jake rocking the full night kit. Nice to see. It looks like it is just Dan Nash taking over the lead in that second group with James McCrazy there and Dominic James just slotting in. Adam Mead making his debut here. That's number 52. Archie Coates moving through well. And just rounding out them is Charlie Jones, but it's Luke Hamley still there. So really getting into the thick of it here. Slight detachment there. That main group of the pack moving really well. There's 1, 2, 3, 8 of them in the pack, which is just spot on. All the lads just on that train moving together. So they're just coming up on 3K here, isn't that right? So that's 8:17, spot on. Good job. Maybe we can catch Hennigan here. Looks a bit tired. Good job, James. But Daffod's still just in the lead there. Jake right on his shoulder. But Dan Nash is coming up. They're coming up to 3,000 here, so let's get a little split. Let's see. 840. 41, 2, 3. That's it. There's 3 Western Temple athletes, and then almost 3 to 4 James D athletes. So lots of battles going on in between it all here. And just Luke Hamley just coming through 3K in bang on 9 minutes, so just hang in there. Come on, Luke, that's 9 minutes at 3K. So just coming up with 4 laps to go, and it's Jake is taking over the lead there from Dan. Daffin, sorry. Yeah. But we do definitely have a race on our hands here. Jake trying to take it to him, but Daffy is in the form of his life with PBs over the past 2 weeks. Over 15, 349 in Aberdare, and then also the 1353, the Wimbledon 5000. So, but Jake is really applying the pressure here, and they boys look looking good down that backstretch as the guys just come through the main pack. Dan Nash being led with the Western Temple athletes. That's it, James, and Adam Eads hanging on there with 2 lads at the back, also Western Temple athletes. It's got coming up in 10 minutes. Really in the thick of it with the last mile to come up. So this is really heating up here. It looks like Jake's just moving out slightly and Daffod's taking over the lead as they press it on. So we're just coming up on 3 laps to go. And is it?
Come on, boy!
They're neck and neck here. The boys are side by side, not giving each other an inch. Just Daffod just taking the lead there around the bend. They're right on the pace. It will be great to see these guys just go at it over the next 2 to 3 laps here. Jake Smith trying to get in front of him on the back stretch there, if you can see. He has just got, taken the lead, and Daffy just trying to hang on to it. Jake is still applying the pressure, but Archie Coach is leading out Dan Nash in that second group, followed by James McCrazy, and then also Jack Bancroft. So we're coming up, and Jake Smith just getting in a little bit of a lead there. It looks like we're pushing out 5 metres. Daffy Jones not giving up, but Jake is really applying the pressure. We're coming up with 2 laps to go. So Jake Smith just getting the gap there. It looks like this could be a move for home.
Let's go, Dad! Let's go, Dad! Stick in
So,
there!
as you can see there, that must be 10 metres odd. This is going to be a fantastic finish for the 2 of them. Jake may need a little bit of a bigger gap than that, but it looks like that gap is opening. And we're looking at maybe 20 metres down the back stretch. And Jake is looking confident and full of running. Daffod maybe just slightly tired from Wimbledon, but he's not done yet. Coming up with 600 to go. And as you can see, the guys, 2 laps to go with Dan Nash and the Western Temple athletes. That's it, Adam Mead making his debut here, running really well. But this is going to be a brilliant last lap. And you can see the whole crowd there on the infield. So Jake looking like he has a 20-metre gap. This could be, it's going to be a great finish. Jake Smith taking the lead there. Down through the bell in 12:44. So bang on, almost PB pace here for Daffod. But he's not over yet. Can he close it? I think Jake Smith may have just eked out enough, but Daffod is still there. 20 metres with 300 to go. But Jake looking great down the back stretch. Is Daff closing the gap? What do we think, guys? Will Daff be able to close the gap with 200 to go there? We've also seen a big move into third here for the Western Temple athlete. And that's Jack Bancroft taking the lead. The guy's just going out of shot there as they go around the coffee shops. But it's still Jake Smith in the lead. This is going to be a fantastic run. And a great atmosphere here at the Tonypandy Track Classic, 5,000 metres. Jake Smith with Daffod Jones trying to close him down with 80 metres to go. But it's not look like he's going to get there, and it is going to be Jake Smith on one of his home track taking the win there in a fantastic run. Great celebration. 13:47, 48, 50. Unbelievable running, guys. That was a fantastic finish. Some great reactions here from the guys. Looks like it could be a PB for Daff. And a great result from Jake. Atmosphere here is electric. Fantastic. But it's James McCrazy making a bold move here in for third. Coming up on 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Super running. And the Western Temple athletes 22, 23, 24. 14, 24 that is. Super running. Dan Nash closing out well with Pontypridd athlete repping the new vest, 14:30. And Adam Mead with a big run here, holding off the late finish. 38.6 for 14:36 for Adam Mead. That is fantastic running.
Nice, Adam.
Adam Boyden closing out 14:45. Still got, I believe that maybe as Luke Hamley has stepped off, but guys, great atmosphere here. Jake Smith absolutely buzzing. Jake, do you want to say a quick word for the camera? Looks like we're going to go live. No, he's dropped out, Tom. He's dropped out. Yep. This is pretty much live. It is live.
Well, yeah. So, well, we're here with Jake. Jake, that was a class run. Dav, come on in as well. Boys, that was great work.
Yeah, it was good. We had Hens, who's a bit on the slope now, I'm joking. You smashed it. But it was like me and Dav were literally next to each other. We had a plan. We're coming here like, I mean, he's
we both
holding
just wanted
20.
to run a really solid race, you know. And I think we sort of agreed to sort of work together and then over that last K go for it.
Well, a week ago he ran 13:52, and I said if you sit on Hens and let me do more of the work. I could see Dav was struggling about 3.4 when Hens dropped out. I got a little bit slow, so I just decided to push it in. Asked Dav for a bit of help, and I said, you know what, I'll take it on. I've done the Mara work. Haven't tapered for this, but only 8 seconds off my PB before all these injuries. In a cold Tonypandy, but I can't believe
it's
that.
Just like it's a pleasure to run with somebody like Jake because you know I've looked up to him for so long. It's nice to actually share the track with him, and yeah, you know he was so strong on the night, and yeah, I look forward to see what he does in the marathon in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, well, boys, it's great to see you both, as you say, working together. It gets tough out there. Hens took you through quite well. You worked together then once he dropped out.
I think it actually helps because we went from like 8:18, and I think if we went 8:15, it would have just a little bit too much almost. Whereas we could then the last 2K really pick it up. And I was looking at my heart rate, and I was like, okay, it's in the 190s. I don't give a shit. I can hold it. It was good.
Yeah. So Jake, you're looking at the marathon then next, is that right?
Yeah. So I'm doing these 5Ks just to get as far away as the 5K split, and I have a 38K long run on Friday. But this marathon stuff, it's like they do say the marathon run. If you do, well, I mean, I did train a bit too hard, but the aerobic side you have, like, I can't run as fast as I did 3 months ago in terms of full out sprint, but I can hold a pace. So yeah.
And Dav, well, I mean, it's August. Are you still going this season, or?
That was my last race of the season, so I'm really pleased that I've sort of capped it off on a high, and yeah, it's been a really good season. It's been really consistent, and it's the sort of season that's given me a bit of confidence going forward now that I can hit races like these and hit the MCs and, you know, go to the front and not fear it really. So yeah, it's been a really good season and it was such a good night to finish it off here.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, last week you ran 13:53. We'll wait for the official time today, but I think we're pretty close at least.
Yeah, right around that mark.
I was pleased with that. I think the fear was to come here tonight and probably off the back of a 5K 10 days ago, it's sometimes hard to come back and run another good one, but yeah, to finish my season off like that, it's really nice. Yeah,
the consistent running is brilliant, and I mean, we've asked everyone who's come on, bit of a word for the atmosphere.
Oh, it was awesome.
Electric.
Like, James was helping me the whole time, and Ponty, I had Piers who just ran 2:18, bloody screaming. I had him and Harridge screaming, "Don't look at your watch." And I got quite scared because I'm a bit scared they're going to smack me or something.
No, me and Jake have done a lot of races, but I can say, you know, it's one of those races that is close to home, and it's really, really nice to see something so high end in Wales. And I know I massively appreciate having something like this so close to home, and hopefully, you know,
him being 20 years old, I'm supposed to, like, I think we'll train together in September. Like, you can see this boy, Europeans or something. It's I just can't believe it. I can't get my head around it. Awesome.
Brilliant, boys. Well, good work tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for speaking to us. Thanks for coming down, and yeah,
cheers.
Good work. Yeah.
Tom, close it out there.
Yeah, this has been the Tonypandy Track Classic. Connor, come on the other side of the camera.
I'll prefer to stay there.
Come on the other side. Come on.
Okay, I'll say hello.
This is Connor, who is
hey guys.
been in charge of your live stream, giving you the commentary. We have Joe and Peter standing behind here as well. Joe's been behind the camera on the Instagram all night as well. So yeah,
This is going, Tom.
I know it is, isn't it? Thanks to you guys for coming down. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Thanks to all the officials, volunteers, everyone who's come down to make this a great night. If you're not here, if you're watching on a live stream, we'll see you next year. Yeah.
Definitely. Just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. And that's us. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
No star.